If you've been curious about turning your home into a smart home but have felt overwhelmed with the amount of solutions out there or don't even know where to begin, this is the video for you. I'm Josh Tedder for 6 Months Later, and in this video, I'm going to take you through how to kick off and expand your smart home in 2019. Let's dive in. When looking to turn your home into a smart home, you're just inundated with choice. Maybe too much choice. But in general, there are actually basically two routes you can go when trying to go about creating a smart home. The first one being that you can buy a bunch of devices from different manufacturers and connect them all to a common platform like the Google Assistant, Alexa, or Siri/HomeKit. Or there are other companies out there that make home automation platforms and have regional installers that will come out and install an integrated solution for you. So which one do you go with? Well, that largely depends on one, how much automation you're planning to do in your home. Second, how much you're willing to spend on that automation. And then finally, how comfortable are you at setting up your smart home by yourself? Now, companies like Control4, Savant, and Crestron will come and install everything in your home or use an integrator to do it. Their solutions can often vary widely in how their user interfaces are designed and the third-party platforms they can work with. Now, thankfully, things have been getting better with them recently, but there's still a lot of competition coming at these companies from the larger tech companies like Google and Amazon. If you look at Google's newly rebranded Google Nest page, it's obvious that Google Nest is making a play to customers who want the type of whole home solution that the traditional smart home automation companies provide. And today, it's not just the luxury home automation companies offering in-home consultation and installation services for smart home devices. More mainstream companies are getting into this space, like Best Buy. Best Buy will actually come out to your home and do a consultation for free, and then they also offer paid installation services as well. For the rest of this video, I'm mainly going to focus on the consumer tech-oriented companies and their smart home products, because I think these are the products that most people are going to choose for their smart homes in 2019 and beyond. The first part to setting up one of these systems in 2019 is choosing which core platform to go with that all of your smart devices will talk to, and this platform will be the central point of control for all of your smart devices. The major mainstream platforms you can choose from out there are Amazon's Alexa devices, Google's Google Assistant devices, or Apple's HomeKit-enabled devices. My advice right now would be to either go with Amazon or Google. More devices work with their platforms, though Apple's HomeKit is slowly starting to catch up with more devices supporting HomeKit now that the company has dropped a hardware chip requirement for devices to be eligible on the HomeKit platform. Now, personally, I use the Google Assistant as well as Alexa for my own smart home, though I typically use the Google Assistant as my predominant platform just because I use Google services more than I do Amazon. Once you decide on which core platform is right for you to run your smart home, now it's time to talk about the devices that actually make your home a smart home. Typically, you can put these types of devices into several main categories, including music, media, lighting, climate, security, and appliances/accessories. First, let's look at music with whole home audio. This functionality allows you to play different music in different parts of your home, now typically through a voice assistant. You have various options here. Amazon, Google, and Apple all make their own speakers that natively play music from various streaming services. However, do note that currently Apple's HomePod can only stream music from Apple Music or your iTunes library. There are also third-party speakers and systems you can buy from companies like Sonos and Bose that can work with all three companies' platforms. Some Bose and Sonos speakers will even allow you to have Alexa and the Google Assistant directly on their speakers. We've done quite a few reviews on smart speakers, including the Google Home, Google Home Mini, Google Home Max, Google Nest Hub, and Amazon Echo. Now, the Nest Hub and Amazon Echo Show have the added benefit of having a screen on them, which makes controlling your media as well as other smart home devices even easier. If you're interested in learning more about any of these devices, I'll make sure to throw the links to their reviews below in the video description. Next, let's take a look at controlling your media rooms with your smart home. Typically, this involves controlling your TV and associated speakers as well as the lighting in your media rooms. We'll get to lighting in just a second. Right now, the best integration with your TV from consumer companies would either come from Amazon or Google. They both sell devices that can control your TV, turn it on and off with an assistant, as well as deliver content from all the major streaming services you'd expect, and they're relatively affordable, only costing between $30 to $70 US. Google's Chromecast in particular is pretty powerful thanks to its casting feature. You can cast media from your Android, iPhone, or any Chrome browser over Wi-Fi to your Chromecast-enabled devices, which makes it easy to cast media from your phone to your TV, pause, and then cast that media to your bedroom TV. Google's newer version of the Chromecast devices can also turn on and off your TV and receiver and other devices connected to your receiver through a technology called HDMI CEC. Amazon also has this feature as well. Both companies allow you to use your voice to control your media hardware as well as tell Alexa or the Google Assistant what media you want to play on which screen in your home. Now, the Apple TV unfortunately can't be used to turn on and off your TV using Siri, although it does use HDMI CEC, so when you turn it on, it will turn on the other devices connected to it. It has a dedicated remote, which the Google Chromecast does not have, and it has something similar to casting called AirPlay, which you can use to stream media from pretty much any Apple device with a screen over to your TV. Now, our next category is lighting. The main players in smart lighting right now are Philips, GE, Lifex, IKEA, and UFI. These smart light makers make LED bulbs that are typically in three categories: plain white, bulbs that go from daylight to warm white hues, or multicolored bulbs. Smart bulbs typically connect either through Bluetooth or through Wi-Fi. Now, smart lights save you a lot of time and steps throughout your house. You can turn on all of your lights at night with just using your voice. You can make sure you've turned them off while you're away from home using a smartphone app or a smart assistant through your phone. Typically, you can create routines with them, so you can wake up with your lights dimming up with sunset colors, and you can even set geofencing with your smart lights so they automatically turn on when you arrive home and turn off when you leave. Now, some smart lights do need a hub that connects to your router, like with the Philips Hue bulbs. Brands that do this typically offer starter packs that come with the hub and then a couple of smart light bulbs. So if you're just starting off with smart lights in your residence, I highly recommend picking up one of these starter packs. Other brands like GE smart bulbs directly connect to Wi-Fi and do not need a hub, so you can start off by just buying a single bulb that'll connect to your smart home platform. There are also other accessories you can get with your smart lights, like wireless dimmer switchers that you can assign to control a variety of lights in your residence, or switches powered by kinetic energy like the one from Philips Hue. Philips Hue probably has the most accessories and just variety of smart light bulbs out there compared to any other brand, and they're the brand I actually use in my own residence. We did do a 6 months later review of the Philips Hue lighting system, so if you're interested in Philips Hue, I'll make sure to leave a link to that review in the video description below, or you can just pause this video now and click the card in the video to go watch it. Next up, let's talk climate control, and mainly we're talking about smart thermostats here. There are thermostats that are Wi-Fi connected that can be controlled with your smart assistants. Some popular ones include the Nest Learning Thermostat, which is now made by Google, the Ecobee 4, which Amazon has a pretty large stake in, and then various smart thermostats made by Honeywell, which is, at least here in the US, if not worldwide, the largest maker of thermostats by far. Some you can program like the more traditional thermostats with a weekly schedule, while others like the Nest Learning Thermostat Learn your pattern and use AI to predict what the temperature should be set to based on the history of your patterns and a variety of environmental factors. Now, most also allow you to stick sensors in different rooms around your house to aggregate the temperature data in your home to give you a true home residence temperature. Most smart thermostats will work with each of the big 3 smart platforms, and their installation usually is pretty straightforward. Next, let's talk smart home security systems. Now, home security has been around for years with companies like ADT, Brinks, and CPI Security. But there are more recent companies now out on the market with solutions that offer customers a different experience. This experience is basically customers can mix and match the type of equipment they need for their home based on their own needs, and then the customers can actually do the installation themselves and buy all of these products either on a shelf or online. The 3 new main players in this space are Nest, Ring, and of course, SimpliSafe. Each of these companies' products do come with a monitoring service, but they're optional. Nest's monitoring service is through Brinks Home Security, where SimpliSafe and Ring have their own in-house monitoring services, and those are typically cheaper than what you find with the Brinks service, which is a bit more pricey with Nest products. With all 3 services, the types of devices offered are somewhat similar. There's usually a home base, sensors for your doors and windows, motion sensors, cameras, smart locks, smart doorbells, and a key fob, and usually a keypad that helps you disarm the system. And one of the best parts is none of these services ask you to sign a long-term contract. Besides the monitoring services and the consumer tech focus, the other main benefit of these systems are that they allow for integrations with the main platform assistants. So you can ask Alexa to arm your alarm, or ask Google to see the downstairs living room camera, etc. Some of these services also offer smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and smart water leak detection devices. So they're not just keeping your home safe from burglars, but also other issues that can affect homeowners and their safety. The last and final category of smart home devices is a catch-all category that I call appliances and accessories. There are so many devices that fit into this category, and the list just keeps growing every year. The basic concept is that these are devices like your typical home appliances, such as your stove, refrigerator, washing machine, but also home accessories that can connect to your smart home platform like smart blinds, robotic vacuum cleaners, smart scales, smart switches, etc. My go-to smart home accessory over the past few years has been smart switches. They turn any appliance into one that can simply be turned on or off by any of the major smart home assistant platforms. They're especially handy when it comes to holiday decorating. For example, during the holiday season, I use 5 to 8 smart switches from various companies to help link all of my holiday lights to the Google Assistant. I group them all into a room called Christmas lights, and then I can ask Google to turn on or off all of my Christmas lights at once. Once you've chosen your smart home platform and have started buying devices for your smart home, you're going to be amazed at how easy it is to automate some of the most mundane parts of your life. Like turning off lights in every room of your house with just your voice, or doing things you could have only dreamed of years ago, like a thermostat that you never need to adjust because it's learned how you like your temperature given a variety of factors, or moving through your house and playing music that is synced in every room. Smart home devices really have the power to change people's lives for the better. And they're an important part of what we do here at the 6 Months Later Reviews channel. So if you're interested in a particular smart home device or product, definitely make sure that you subscribe to our channel to see reviews and videos like this one that you're watching now. And make sure to hit that bell icon so you get notified anytime we upload a brand new video. Well, that wraps up our video on how to start a smart home in 2019. If you liked this video and found it useful, make sure to hit that thumbs up button below. And if you have any questions at all about smart homes or smart home devices, make sure to leave us a comment. Well, thanks so much for watching. For 6 months later, I'm Josh Tedder.